Guys, I'm so snotty. It's not even funny. I just finished my reaction to episode 24. I'm a mess right now. I'm not gonna do a really long intro because I really want to do a really long outro and just talk about the whole series and how amazing it is and just kind of the whole journey. Um, I'm a little stuffed up and you can't tell. My nose is just like all sounding. um, but again, just a reminder that after this, we will be diving into Mob Psycho 100 and, excuse me, My Hero Academia on Mondays. Sorry. So we'll have Mob Psycho Mondays, My Hero Mondays again. And yeah, that's kind of about it. Anything else to add? No. Last episode obviously was this tear fest, snot fest. I knew Quarter Sensei was gonna die. I knew I was gonna cry. Still happened. But I didn't want to do a super long intro because it is what it is. I don't want to drag it on too long because I want to talk a lot about what's to come. But yeah, I really like this anime. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, there's no sound, partial image. If you it keeps the copyright monsters at bay, for the most part. If you want to follow along via YouTube, especially if you can't watch on the clip version below, do so. There's a countdown timer. You can't miss it. Like last episode, I will not be pausing halfway in this episode unless something really crazy happens. So without further ado, let's dive in. You should be watching. Yeah, oh, my hair. And of course, they're scouring for any bits of Koto Sensei, probably so they can use it as a weapon. Yeah. I'm not gonna tell anyone. It, it almost sounds like a little bit. Koto Sensei for a second, but no. It's true. It's been big major plot points. It's nice seeing like a real soft, genuine emotion from him. Oh, that class president and vice president. Now that. That's genuine surprise on his face. You don't see that on both their faces. You don't see that very often. So cute. So cute. Oh no, now he's still being razzed by them. Oh, we get the intro last time. Final episode of the final season. I don't think I really danced this. I danced to the other one so I can make, follow along easier, but I have other tricks for that. One thing I do appreciate about Funimation animation is most of the time when they do subs or dubs, they put English lyrics to everything, even the songs. Some Crunchyroll stuff doesn't do that. So I know the movie it's called Assassination Classroom 365 Days. So is it just gonna be filled with is like a compilation of what happened in the series with new footage added on, or is it completely new stuff about the year they spent with him? That's what I'm curious. Was that new? It is new. Congratulations. Was there new stuff that I missed? I don't know. Not anymore. I don't know anything anymore. I know nothing. I made sure. Oh, Future Time is what this episode is called. Huh. Hmm. Oh my gosh, he looks proud. Please don't overdo things. This was cool. I just like no diplomas or anything like that. Not diplomas. They had diplomas. I meant Oh my gosh, both his parents. We didn't learn that. Hmm. Oh. Pieces that I don't think students even knew about, clearly. Oh no. Oh, I love how idiotic and ridiculous their faces are. Like the media. Oh my gosh, it's the A class. It's- oh, look at the lighting. It's so cool. Dang. Oh yeah, now he knows the truth. He looks so tired too. That's so weird. But like cool. I think that also just shows how much they've grown. Kona Sensei's involvement in all this has really just shifted the whole school by shifting them. Not by force or coercion, but just, yeah, just pushing them to strive to be better. So, Karma is staying on. He seems to be the only one of the E class staying on with that high school. Because he mentioned he wanted to do a high school. I forgot about that part. We can't reach the end. We only had like a short. This episode's not that short. Okay. I thought so. He'll help. He can handle it. Of course. Oh, wow. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, especially once the information came out. But I'm sure he even thought back. Yep. Oh, what's the other kids? Oh. They're like 20-something-year-old adults. Oh, it's right. 10 years. So they would be 25, yeah, mid 20s. They're adults, they can. Yo! They were the. Yeah, for sure. Uh... what do they buy? Oh, wow. Agent. Yeah. What the heck? They didn't. How's that gonna. Yeah, I guess it has to. To compensate? How's the earth? Oh. So it would crumble like this but move closer to compensate for the shifts and changes. Hmm. I forget how insane that part of the plot is. Halfway through. Oh my gosh, we're only halfway through. Dang. He really like. Oh, there it is. Reforming. Ooh, his hair's a little different. What is this role play for them now? I knew it. I knew they were. Oh my gosh, he's still stuck in the mud. he's, he's still stuck in the mud. Oh my gosh, 7 years? So they all would be out of high school and done with college too. They all be around 22, 23. Yeah, some are. Ooh. Who's come back? Oh, there's her with her real hair. is this? Yeah. Where do you get the keys? Mm. Literally. I'm surprised the inside looks as good as it does. Hmm. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was the big purchase. They bought the mountain. She has. She can now. Come on, dude. Knock it off. Oh, this is very Star Wars ish. Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Still keeps her hair short. It's so cute. Oh, that's so cool. Of course. That would be amazing. Slither. Slither. Good for him. He was supposed to be really good at baseball. He just was sucky at school. Nice. The Slither. Oh, geez. I wonder who. Karma did say that he was like at his best when he's like supporting the top guy. That's cool. Huh. Of course. God. So she's their tech support across the world. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Traveling the world to England, meeting friends, actually being emotional, connecting with kids. Hmm. Yeah. My new oh dear. Yeah, he'll be fine. So some of them could be there, but some of them couldn't be. Dude, she's in costume. course she's blaming him. Of course. It's really nice that there's this big of a time jump. I'm really amused over the fact that the Karasume is still stuck in the mud. Well, Mary's stuck in the mud, but stuck in the mud. He's also very professional in public, so I'm sure I'm curious. He's probably a little bit, hopefully, warmer with. Hmm. Oh my gosh, she's in high school. This show is so weird. Wait, we haven't seen Nagisa. Oh right, that he's the teacher. Will he be the new teacher? We finally get a cut of share short. Finally hit his hair growth. Yep. Oh, 1 centimeter. Whoa, he got big. That's where they always send them. No matter what, they're always gonna send them to like the worst schools. Come on, Karma, show them what you're made of. This would be like a substitute. He like beat their butts and like get their respect. Used all too often. I guess so. This show is so weird. Yeah, this is like The Substitute. Which is a really good movie, by the way. I recommend. It's a cool movie. This is so cool. And so weird. The show is so weird. Oh, look at him! That's so cute. Oh my gosh, this show. Well, I'm gonna hurry up and like record the episode footage and then edit it, which is also part of the reason why I was not going to watch it on Hulu because I did not have time for stupid. Excuse me, for stupid ads. Nor did I want to be pulled out of the world with the stupid ads. Oh my gosh, this series. It's so good. It's so weird. That's so weird. I do stick by what I would say is that definitely there's this really cool movie called The Substitute. It's a really good movie. They made a sequel too that I actually like as well. But definitely go check it out. It's kind of a little bit like with Carmen Nagi-san. The guy's not as small, but sometimes the plot is a little meh, but like his interaction in time like in the schools it's pretty freaking cool. And yeah, they would send him because a lot of these schools like of like in poor neighborhoods, rough neighborhoods, are also like violent and dangerous, and teachers have gotten hurt and killed and attacked. And in many ways, teachers' hands are tied, and the students know that, and they use that to get away with things and abuse their teachers. So nobody wants to work in these schools. So that's why they're like overfilled and understaffed. I mean, it can be stressful enough. And the problem is, it's also an administrative issue. The teachers try to do their jobs for the most part, and try to handle their students, and the administrators, even some of them former teachers themselves who know the teachers are going through, the administrators don't back them up. And so these problems that you have that can maybe be nipped in the bud in elementary school and middle school, they grow out into asinine proportions. And of course, a lot of kids are initiated in middle school and elementary school, initiated into gangs in one form or another. And so by the time they're in high school, you're kind of entering a really dangerous zone. So they're always gonna send really bright, naive, I can do it, like fresh out of college kids. They're gonna send them because they are cheap in terms of teachers, cheap labor. Anyway, and also of course there comes the promise of like loans and other ridiculous stuff. Anyway, I said I was going to talk a while, so I'm going to talk a little while, but not hopefully too long. This series is amazing. I really appreciate having that big time jump. Karasum is still stuck in the mud, but I gather he's very controlled and put together and very professional. And we do see that he can be pulled into emotion a little bit in public, but I think he has he's very self-controlled. I'm sure that when he's at home, he's a bit more relaxed. He's hopefully a bit more affectionate with her. It was a great moment. Didn't cry, thankfully. A little bit teary, but didn't like bawl and snot like last episode. What the frick? I mean, this series was a whirlwind. I'm so glad I decided to do it. I did it because my brother watched it, and he liked it a lot. I mean, I asked him which one did he like, and he's seen both Mob Psycho and this. So most of the anime except for a lot of these Anime Thursday animes, most of the animes that I've been watching, like the more shonen types or actiony types, have been ones my brother has watched, and I'm like, well, let me watch too. And so I feel for me, I'm like, okay, my brother liked it, my brother watched it, then I feel okay with doing it as well. But I really, really, I just enjoy the series. Again, first half of season 1, first 12 episodes are kind of, it's a bit choppy, it's hard to follow, I'm trying to figure out where the heck is this going. You're also being pulled into a really interesting world with a very interesting vibe to it that by now we're like kind of used to, but you're trying to kind of adjust to this new world. So the first half of season 1 is rough. There's no getting around it, and I have no idea how the dub is because my friend has a hard time with subs, and so because she needs to do things while she's working, she does the dubs. And so it's, I have no idea in terms of like voice acting the difference. Obviously the writing's the same, but yeah, I would definitely go back and just tell her, hey, go rewatch it, work your way through the first 12 episodes. Maybe be careful because there is some foul language that kind of obviously slips through bits and pieces. She's a young kid, so don't want those words coming out. But work your way through it, and yeah, it'll be after about the first 12 episodes. It really picks up. It flows better. It's fun. I mean, it's kind of hard to wrap my mind around because each arc was like so separate and distinct, but also built upon each other. And I love how we kind of like build until like higher stakes, kind of moving from classroom, like within the classroom and within the school, and then out of classrooms, as we can see like a good teacher as well as a good parent does. They not only work hard so that their students are able to handle what's going on in the classroom, but so that way they can become a person of integrity, a whole person, and handle things outside the classroom too, which is very hard and difficult to do. Usually that falls on the parents, and that still falls on the parents. They really do need to do that, but sometimes, as we can see, parents can fail horrifically, just like Nagisa does. And so, not that it's a complete obligation of the teacher, but the teacher does have a lot of gravity and a lot of control over students. And we see that abuse. We see plenty of footage out there of teachers like, the only reason you're teachers, one, you're probably a little lazy and couldn't handle the stems or anything like that, or not all the above, or you just really like the idea of putting your control over students. And some teachers, like, you see yourself and you're like, you're not teaching them good, objective, and sensible things, or what you're teaching them your ideologies over everything else. And you just see these teachers and you're like, gosh, the more I see about public schools specifically, the more I want to homeschool my kids moving forward. I'm like, I'm not letting you in the public schools because the schools are losing their minds. Anyway, it's a side note. But you do have, and I have as teachers, so unfortunately most of the teachers I see are like insane, have always been that way, or are my age, millennials. So but most of my teachers, I had a lot of teachers that were really great and made it seem like it would be fun and rewarding to be a teacher. And some people were really should not have been teachers either to begin with, or should have retired long back because they, through their personal life as well as teachers, were just bitter and awful. Maybe because they're around stupid teenagers, and maybe because they're just allowed that bitterness to kind of overflow. I've had some bad teachers, but I've had a lot of great teachers too. I also went to a really great school, so there's that. But this series, the animation style is so fun. I'm so used to kind of more blended, softer outlines. So I love the thick, harsh outlines of this series. I hadn't experienced that, and I still haven't. With the Place for the Universe, they kind of use soft white as their outlines, but most of it's pretty thin and kind of blends in pretty well. But I really loved like the oversaturated colors and the deep harshness of the outlines. There was a moment when you saw Coruscant's profile, and it's not black. It's like a softer gray, and it's interesting how his outline, even it was like it had fuzzy issues, and it was really cool. And you're looking at it going, there's so much purpose in this design, in this animation here. It's amazing. So I really just love the kind of unique art style, because sometimes animes can kind of blur together if they're done by the same studio or they're done by the same person. It's kind of like, okay, this looks like this. But what's great about Assassination Classroom is that it sticks out. It's so different than everything else that I've experienced. Again, the thick, harsh outlines and all of that. And I absolutely love it. There was a lot. First 12 episodes, it was a lot to get used to. But then, of course, you're kind of used to like the humor and the way it flows, and there's moments of goofiness and there's moments of seriousness, which kind of gives us a moment to breathe, an emotional break. And again, especially if you're doing really long form writing, you have to give your audience not only depending on how long it runs, not just maybe episodes to breathe, but moments within the episodes. I really love the flow of the story too. I don't know if that was how the manga flowed or that was the anime directors and producers' decisions to kind of have it like, here's the episode, here's a previous episode, and it's kind of a chain link of like storylines of episodes. I kind of really like that, the way it flowed. And sometimes it kind of like, okay, this ends here and now we're going to pick up a new one, or sometimes it's a standalone. But I do appreciate those moments where we're like, oh, we get to breathe and kind of reset and kind of focus on character interactions and relationship dynamics and not worry too deeply about having to action entertain. And I think that works really well with half-hour episodes. It's kind of, I think a lot of the hour-long dramas, it's a little bit harder because we're expecting, especially depending on the series, all kinds of action. But I think some of the good episodes, and Superman has done this a little bit, and Smallville has done this as well, some of the really successful shows have had episodes where it's a little bit less action, a little bit more emotional growth or emotional connection, and it's okay to have that. I think, though, in terms of the half-hour series, I think you can kind of like maximize that more of like episodes just meant for character interaction and character development, or kind of a breath of fresh air for the audience that isn't so painfully filler, um, and episodes that kind of move the plot along and move the, it's cool. But it's also what's cool about these fluffier episodes. Again, they're not just filler. They are purposely designed and set to not only let the audience breathe, but also they are meant as a springboard into the next arc. Whether it's a small springboard or a really big one. It just really depends on the episode. And I do really appreciate that. And I think My Hero Academia does it too. A lot of the really good animes do it. But I think I really love the successful multi-season animes tend to do a good job of kind of like doing these springboard episodes. I think this anime, again, more like second half of season 1 and on, really, really did it really well. Is there anything else to say? Not really. Yeah, I love the anime. The voice acting was great. It's taken us a while to get done with this. It feels like it's been for so long, but it's a lot of episodes. It's like, what is that, 50 episodes? So yeah, a little bit over a year or more of watching this series, really drawn out. So it's like, oh gosh, okay. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your comments and your love and your just sweet and just all of it. I love it all. Yes, just thank you so much. Of course, don't forget, we are diving into My Hero Academia and Mob Psycho 100 next Monday. So Mob Psycho Monday, My Hero Monday. We get to dive into, again, very different animes. So I'm going to have to readjust to some new feels to it. It's been so long for My Hero Academia, and I have no idea what to encounter with Mob Psycho, except the main character is also one of those ridiculously overpowered beings. I think it's psychic though this time. That's all I know. I don't know anything else about the anime, except of course the same person who did One Punch Man also did Mob Psycho. Anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. Let me know if I should do the movie, if it's worth it. And I will see you next time.